Yusuf stared at his phone screen, his fingers mindlessly scrolling through endless videos. The clock on his wall ticked past 3 a.m., but he couldn't stop. Every night felt the same, a battle between his desire to sleep and the pull of his phone. As the hours dragged on, his room seemed to grow quieter, and the weight of his exhaustion pressed heavily on him. He told himself, just one more video, but deep down, Yusuf knew this wasn't about entertainment anymore. It was about escape. Escape from his responsibilities, his unease, and a nagging feeling he couldn't quite name. Suddenly, the faint call to prayer broke through the silence, its soothing tone pulling him out of his trance. Yusuf froze. He glanced at the window, where the first light of dawn seeped through the curtains. His heart sank. Another night wasted, he muttered. The next morning, Yusuf woke up feeling groggy and defeated. It was almost noon, and his phone was flooded with notifications. Missed calls from his mother, reminders of assignments he hadn't touched, and a long list of unread messages. His desk was cluttered with books and papers, a reminder of the medical exam he had in a week. But instead of feeling motivated, Yusuf felt paralyzed. He slumped into his chair, staring blankly at his textbooks. He tried to focus, but his phone buzzed. Maybe I'll just check this one notification, he thought. That one notification turned into an hour of scrolling. Frustration bubbled inside him as he realized how little self-control he had. "What's wrong with me?" he whispered, burying his face in his hands. That evening, as the sun began to set, Yusuf wandered aimlessly around the house. His little sister laughed while playing a game in the living room. His parents chatted in the kitchen, but Yusuf felt disconnected. He wanted to join them, but something held him back, a deep sense of shame for how much of his life he was wasting. That night, Yusuf had a vivid dream. He found himself in an open field under a vast, star-filled sky. An elderly man approached him, his face kind yet firm. The man's voice echoed with wisdom as he said, "Your heart is restless because it's empty. You chase distractions to fill the void, but only purpose will give you peace. You must choose. Continue as you are or take the first step toward change." Yusuf woke up with a start, the man's words lingering in his mind. They felt like a message meant just for him. "I can't keep living like this," he thought. The next morning, Yusuf decided to take action. He began with something small, cleaning his room. It felt trivial at first, but as he folded clothes and organized his desk, a sense of clarity washed over him. He set his phone aside and opened his textbook, determined to study for just 30 minutes. To his surprise, the minutes passed quickly, and he found himself engrossed in his work. For the first time in weeks, he felt a spark of hope. That evening, Yusuf joined his family for dinner. His mother smiled warmly, pleased to see him out of his room. They talked, laughed, and shared stories. Yusuf realized how much he had been missing by isolating himself. A few days later, Yusuf attended a youth event at the mosque, encouraged by his father. At first, he felt hesitant, but as he listened to others share their struggles and journeys, he felt a sense of belonging. He wasn't alone in his battle against distractions. One speaker's words struck a chord. True contentment comes when you align your actions with your purpose. If you spend your time on things that bring no benefit, your heart will remain restless. From that day on, Yusuf began to make gradual but consistent changes. He set specific times to use his phone and avoided it during study hours. He replaced late-night scrolling with reading and journaling, reflecting on his day and his goals. Each morning, he made an effort to wake up early and stand in prayer. The stillness of dawn became his favorite time, a moment of peace where he could connect with his creator and seek guidance. But it wasn't always easy. There were days when Yusuf slipped back into old habits. On those days, he reminded himself of the elderly man's words, "Take the first step." Instead of giving up, he focused on his progress. He realized that self-control wasn't about perfection, it was about persistence. Yusuf's journey teaches us a powerful lesson. The key to self-control is not simply avoiding distractions but filling your life with purpose. When you have a clear goal, the things that once consumed your time lose their appeal. It's a reminder that even small changes, when done consistently, can lead to transformation. If Yusuf could do it, so can you. What about you? What's one step you'll take today to reclaim control over your time and focus on your purpose? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found Yusuf's story inspiring, don't forget to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more content that helps you grow and thrive. Together, let's take the first step toward a more meaningful life.